Good morning and welcome again to my study on this Wednesday morning. As you can see, it's quite early and still quite a dark Wednesday morning, so I've got the light on. This means that if I put my glasses on, all you see is a wonderful reflection of my computer screen. So I've taken my glasses off, but it is me. It is not an imposter. I'm not yet that famous. Well, maybe not. So it's me and I'm here again. But these dark mornings and these particularly dark nights have me thinking about the way that life is through our seasons. When I was a lad, I used to love the dark nights. I used to come home from school and I was able to go into the house. It was dark and I didn't have to go out and play. I could just stay in the house with a wonderful coal fire. We had coal fires in those days. Now I realise that was not a good thing, but we did. And I had a torch, a metal torch I was given one Christmas, and it was wonderful. And I could go into my bedroom, turn the light out, and play with the torch. And torches, give wonderful light. They show things you don't see. These days they show cobwebs. But in those days, they showed all the things that I really enjoyed playing with, all the things that I had in my bedroom. These days, don't enjoy dark nights as much. They get cold and I don't want to go out particularly, but not because I want to stay in, I just don't want to go out. But we are so lucky in this country that we have 4 distinct seasons: winter, spring, summer and autumn, all very different. My favourite's spring. I love it when the buds start to come on the trees. I can remember when I used to drive a lot, it was really nice in April and May seeing all these trees that had been bare start to have leaves. Janet likes autumn. She likes the colours. She loves the trees when they change their foliage. I guess we all have our favourites, but we are all so blessed with this creation that we have, this creation that God has given us but wants us to look after, and as we've seen in recent weeks, we do need to look after it. If we don't look after it, it won't be there. But I think also these 4 seasons give us as people things that we can hold on to. I was thinking about lockdown today. And lockdown was this strange time when, if you think back to it, that there were no points other than the COVID points that we can remember. We didn't have family events. We didn't have things happening. And that meant that it just seems, when you look back on it, well, certainly when I look back on it, there's this time that was very long, but does seem really quite short. And at my age, I don't want to lose that much time. So it's good again that even in these dark days, we can get back to some sort of normality. I spoke a few weeks ago about how lovely it was to meet people again at the back of church, to share coffee and tea and a biscuit, and just share together. That it's so important that we keep those relationships with our friends, with the people we just meet at church, and of course our relationship with God. And I hope very much that our relationship with God has deepened during this lockdown. For some, I hope they've found God. For others, I hope they've managed to keep hold of God in what's been a really challenging time. Our relationship with God does change. Our relationship with God is there all the time, but we as people change, and of course our relationship changes, as it changes with people. So as we go through to the shortest day, the shortest light, I suppose, of the year, and then we start to get back, let's thank God for all of our seasons and build our relationship back with our friends, our families, and with God as we come to what I hope is a better year, whatever the season. So let's end with a prayer. Creator God, we thank you for this world. We thank you for the 4 seasons we celebrate. We thank you for all the people that we know and ask you to build our relationships with them and with you as we move forward. Amen.